Apparently my wife loves me. She's just come back from shopping with donut. With lightly this. That. Rockin'. What? How you all doing?
So are you saying you'll finally fight me? So what do you think we're doing right now? Yeah! Stop laughing. Are you gonna fight or aren't you? So tell me, is there a reason why you accepted this challenge? There's only one reason why I agreed to do this. I told you that I have a dream, and that's to open a pet shop. A pet shop? You mentioned it before. Were you actually serious? Yeah. After our...
Iggy's been drawing those little pictures of Charlie Spaniel for a fair chunk of the day, and god damn it, on his last walk I've had to carry the little bugger home. Got a big old beefy thorn in his foot. He's alright. He's alright. He's not happy, but he's alright. Bless him. Big old bear. That little book, Iggy's been watercolouring all day. She's really good with watercolours. She started drawing pictures of Charlie Spaniel in her little, I think it's the Brooklyn art project, the Brooklyn Library art book dealio that she's doing. She started drawing little cartoon pictures of Charlie Spaniel. She often draws little pictures of Charlie Spaniel because I kept on saying how the tattoo she has on her wrist of Charlie is just, it's rad. You know, I really like the little cartoon version she's done of Doggo and me and the kids. And she started putting them in some of the art books, and then just today she started, doing watercolours on them. At one point I thought she'd bust out the watercolours to go over the one she'd already done in the book, but instead she started doing more new ones, like just started off as brown kind of clouds or ginger clouds, and then she started tossing in like line work and all that, and it was just like all she had to really do was the brown kind of cloudy shape with some shading, with the brown, different browns, and then just put on 3 little black dots, and I was like, that's Charlie Spaniel. Like, he is just that's Charlie. You could tell. So, she's been doing that all day. I'm a bit bummed though, because she's turned it into a little flip book, and it's going to be sent away. And they're just, I said to her, those kinds of drawings would be like perfect for a children's book. Have you ever seen like an older style children's book with the old watercoloured pictures in them? Those would be perfect. I think you did say about doing some children's booky stuff a while back, but just nothing's come of it yet. But those look really cool. I've been wanting to do that. Now, I want to keep the end of the vlog short, but one thing has popped up today. 2 things have popped up today. Whilst I was out this morning, taking Doggo out for a walk, and I bumped into loads and loads of people today. I was chatting away, and if I made anyone cry today, I am really sorry. Like, it was not my intention to upset anyone today. I was talking to a dear friend of ours for a part of the day, and she was asking me about things going on and life in general. How's the family? How's everyone getting on? And then she kind of caught me out at one point. I said something, and I guess she just must have read how I looked, and she said, am I picking up a hint of... And I was like, you got me. And I went on this rant, and bless her, by the end of it, I think I quite upset her, and again, I am really, really sorry. Trouble is, when I start, I am brutally honest, and anyone that's known me for any period of time will know that I have. And we've mentioned it in the vlogs many a time, and it started off like, I think it was when we first moved in here. One of the first videos I did when I moved in here was basically talking about how I have very little self-worth. I couldn't give a flying toss about myself in any way, shape or form, and I end up in this horrible spiral where you know, I've got the world. I am one of the luckiest guys on the planet, right? And once upon a time, my aggro used to go outwards. I would go for the target. Then, as time went on, my aggro was put away and redirected elsewhere. Then, when that wasn't good enough, so when it was being misplaced, I then started turning it inwards. And I've been doing it for a long time now, and you end up in this cycle where you're upset, you then take a crack at yourself, and then, in my case, I feel bad for feeling bad. Like, I feel unfaithful, because I know that I'm very lucky, and how dare I feel negative? You know what I mean? And then that just goes in a cycle. They just feed each other. It's like, you know, it's a depression loop, almost like a fat person eats because they're depressed, but they're depressed because they eat. They're depressed because they're fat. And the only reason that they're fat is because they eat, and eating is the thing that helps their depression, but it's a vicious cycle. It just keeps going round and round and round. And, you know, I was talking to the wall today, and basically, I mean, it's been concluded that I am basically, if I were to go to a shrink, I mean, we joked, and I was like, you know, I reckon the number of suicides in that field would just rise like mad if they had to deal with me. I'm like the poster child for antidepressants and all that kind of stuff. Like, you don't want to be like him? Take these. Don't panic. I'm not like completely psycho-suicidal or anything, like till death do us part style thing, but it's hard to big yourself up kind of thing. But yeah, I've upset people today, and I didn't mean to. I really didn't. You know, I've had good news today as well. Not necessarily for me, but you know, I've had good news for other people. You know, people come to me with good news. I'm like, fucking yeah, man, good job, good on you. Now things are going to start getting better because you know what's going on. You've got this groove down, and I can do that for everyone except me. Alright, Scans the Future here. There was something I completely forgot to mention yesterday. Can't believe I actually forgot it, to be honest. Something I've actually just gone and brain farted on as well just now, but we'll forget about that one. You know, I say about good news from other people. Not really news, but I got a message from my little brother. I haven't spoken in a while, and he sent me a little video clip. He'd gone to an arcade. He's in, he says he's in Taiwan, I can't remember where he is, but basically he updated me on his travels. My brother left the country a year or so ago, and having a rocking time. I am so fucking proud of him. But he sent me this clip of this arcade, and it had like Mega Man power battles on it. And he said, you know, it reminded me of the good old days. And that made me smile. Because I do miss my brother. I do miss the old days. You know, just hanging out, playing video games, drinking ridiculous amounts of Coke, Iron Brew and beer. But he did it. He said he was going to leave the country, and he said he's going to stay there. He's going to stay out that way now. It's good hearing from him. I invited him down for next month. But I don't think he'll be able to make it, to be honest. That's way too short notice. Way too short notice. He's like on the other side of the goddamn planet at this point, but it'd have been nice. I'll hold a seat. Back to, see. Now, one last point. As I said, I was talking to DeWald earlier, and he said, "Mate, I saw this guitar today, and I instantly thought of you." And I was like, "Alright, what's the deal? What's the groove?" And he sends me this link. And I can't remember the actual name of the guitar, but it's like a Dean Guitars custom whatever. So there was a bass and a 6-string, but he linked me to the bass. He said, "You need this." He said, "I thought of you when I saw this, and it's this fucking bright pink, aggressive pink, electric pink guitar, or bass, whichever you choose. And it's pink all the way up the fretboard, the main body of it's pink. The only thing that ain't pink is like the stock, the headstock, right? And then he's like, now you need to get some pink strings. We'll find you some pink guitar pedals." And he's linked like the Behringer HM300. Pink guitar leads, which I already have. Pink guitar picks, and then we'll go get a scabby amp, take it apart, spray it all pink, and then that'll be the like the Crystal Mountain setup, or the And I was like, all right, let's do that. Let's do that. So at some point, I'm going to go for a garish pink guitar sound. Do you think it suits? I think it goes in my eyes. Proper sexy, do you think? But yeah, I'm gonna head off. I play a good villain, I think. Oh man, I'm pretty good at. I'm just honest. You ask a question, I'm not gonna keep any secrets from people. I don't mean to upset people, though. I really didn't mean to. It was wonderful talking to him, though. It's wonderful talking to everyone today that I've spoken to. I don't know if I did, but it just looked like I did. I'm sorry. Moving forwards, clean slate soon. So I hope it will. I'll see you all in a bit of luck.